So I'm starting the recording. So we are starting with the Hana. So I thought of few people will starting today. So today we'll start with the Hana day one, our class here. Hana. So during the session, we discussed about the what is mean by Hana. Hana is one of the in-memory database. Also, it is a column-oriented columnar database. It's a in-memory column-oriented columnar database. So why I mentioned it's a in-memory column-oriented columnar database means, so it will compare it to the other databases. It is dedicated to run only on the in-memory platform. Means it will store the data in RAM memory. It will store the data in the RAM memory. It will store the data. So that is the reason. So HANA is a high performance analytical appliance. It is a column oriented columnar database. That is what we discussed in our initial discussion demo time. So today, so how can I get this one? First of all, to install the HANA database, we should discuss about the versions of the HANA. We should discuss about the versions of the HANA database here. HANA database is available in the in the HANA 1.0 and HANA 2.0 here. HANA 1.0 is the old version. It's the old one. Now it's not, SAP is not supporting this version here. HANA 1.0 here. So what is mean by HANA 1.0 SAP? Why this is released? Why SAP released is the HANA 1.0 here. Right? So coming to the point, HANA, whenever SAP started in 2010, in that year when SAP started, initially they have started with the HANA 1.0, that naming convention they have given, and initially they have released the HANA 1.0 SPS 01, they have released it here. Then later they went to the 02, 03, and like that up to SPS 12. So they have released in the 1.0. They have stopped from here. They have stopped from SPS 12. They have stopped it here. So right, they have stopped it here. Then they have not released 13 like this here. Immediately they have changed their architecture. They have changed it to the HANA 2.0 SPS 01, 02, then 03, 04, then 05, then 06, and 07. Right? 07 is the latest version in the market. So when they will release their new SPS version, when they will release in a year, once a year, they will release the new SP. Once a year, they will release the new SP. They will release it here. Once a year, they will release the new SP. They release it. But today, this year, in the month of April or May, they have released the this one. In the next year, 2024 April, they will release the 08, then 09. Like that, they will release it here. Same as like happened for the previous SPs, also they have released it here, right? So then HANA 1.0, now there is no support up to, I think they have SPS 12. Currently, they are giving the extended support for the customers who are already in the HANA databases. They are already using this one. SPS 12, they are using here, HANA SPS 12. So what is the difference here? HANA 1.0, HANA 2.0. So why they named it this one? So there is a logic here, HANA 1.0, 2.0 here. So in the HANA 1.0 is the single container. That is what single database. Normally it's true, right? Whenever we do the HANA installation, when you install the HANA database, you will get the one HANA DB, right? When you install the two HANA database, you will get the two databases, three databases you will get. But here it's common, right? Whenever you install the one HANA database, you will get the one single standalone one HANA DB you will get, right? Then when you install the HANA 2.0, you will get the two databases, you will get it here. That is the concept they have introduced in the HANA 2.0. So that's why it's a single container, single database. In HANA language, we will call it as the multi-container database. This is called the single container database. Container means, you know, right? Container means containers. It will store the things, right? Containers will store the things here. So that's why a single container means one single container DB means single database. It will store the data which is coming from applications, here. So HANA 2.0 means it's a multi-container database. Here in the outside sale, how you will get the buy one get one. Here also, when you install the HANA database, here you will get the one system DB and one tenant DB you will get here, which means two databases you will get in HANA 2.0. In the HANA 2.0, you will get the two databases here. So one is the HANA, just give me a minute. Yeah, sorry. So single container and multi-container here. Single container means single database here. Whenever you do the installation HANA 1.0, you will get the only one database. One database you will get. 2.0 means multi-container. Two databases. One is the system DB, tenant DB. So I will tell you one more. This is a very important. What is the difference between the HANA 1.0, 2.0? This is the guaranteed, compulsory, important topic. Interviewers will discuss during the interview point of time. What is the difference between the HANA 1.0, 2.0? 1.0 is single, 2.0 is the multi-container. Multi-container means one system DB, one tenant DB you will get. So I will tell you one more example here. Whenever you install the HANA database here, right? So in the operating system, suppose like example, on top of operating system, we will install the one HANA database we will get from here, right? When you install the HANA database, you will get the one HANA DB, right? One HANA DB you will get from here. This is the operating system. This is the database. This is the operating system. This is the database you will get from here. This is the database. This is the database. This is the this is the operating system. On top of operating system, we will install our database. Only one we will get. But this is the independent house concept. Suppose most of the people are aware of independent and apartment concept. Independent means in the 150 square yards or 200 square yards, if you in the 200 square yards, if you build the one house, then if you build the one house, only one family can stay here, right? If you build the one house, only one family can stay. Means father, mother, so child, sons, only one family can stay here. Independent house means only it is applicable for the one family. That's why HANA 1.0 is the independent house concept, right? Only one family can stay here. Suppose HANA 2.0 is the apartment concept. Apartment concept means, so whenever you build the new apartment, definitely we will build the G+1, right? Ground floor and first floor, we will build it. Then whenever you have the money, you will build the one more floor, you will build it, right? So same as like in HANA 2.0, whenever you install the HANA 2.0 database, you will get the one system DB, one tenant DB you will get. So later, when you have the more RAM, more memory, then you can install the one more tenant database. So one more tenant database. So then one more floor, then one more floor. Then we can install it in the apartment. How we will build it, right? Same as like apartment concept. But basically, during the starting, we will build the G+1. Apartment means definitely G+1. Ground floor, then +1. We will build it, we will leave it. Once that is completed, then we will build the more number of here. Same as like here also, first of all, system DB and tenant DB, we will build it. System DB, tenant DB, it will be created. So that's why we will call it as the HANA 2.0 is the HANA 2.0 is the like kind of apartment concept, which means here multiple databases means here one family, here one family, each floor one family, one family, one family can stay. See means same 150 square yards. If you build the apartment, multiple families can stay in one apartment. But in the same 150 square yards, if you build the independent house, only one family can stay here, right? So there are some advantages of using this 1.0. There are some disadvantages of using 2.0 also. Advantages are there, disadvantages are there here. Here you know what is mean by advantages here, right? HANA 1.0, if you build the in one operating system, if you build the one independent house, only this family members will use the same set of RAM, same file systems, same operating systems, same network. Only this family can only use this all those things here. All right. So it will be only one family, right? So it can be adjustable, right? Suppose here in one operating system, maybe here in one in 150 square yard, if you build the independent house, what will happen? Here all the family members, all the floors members will use the common electricity, common water, common disk, common memory, common storage, everything they will use the common here. Everything they will use the common here. So in this case, here suppose one family member using the more, then it will be impact to the others also, right? If the operating system is crashed, here all the families will be impacted here, all the family members. Here only one family member is impacted. So either 1.0 or 2.0, we have either 1.0 or 2.0, we have. So pros are there and cons also available. Okay, but depends. But currently there is no 1.0 concept. Then we no need to in the currently 1.0 concept. So only 2.0, which means apartment concept. One system DB, one tenant will be created. On top of, if you want to create the more databases, you can create it. Sir, if you ask me, sir, how many we can create it? Even suppose, even you are building the constructing the apartment, there is a 17 or 18 or something like that, you have the limitation, right? Here also up to 19 tenant databases we can create in one host, in one host, in one host, in one base. Under the on top of ground floor, in 19 floors, you can build it here. How we can say 19 floors here. On top of system database is only one. Tenant databases, we can create 19 tenant DBs, we can create it here. 19 tenant databases we can create here. That is what the HANA, that is what here we have the HANA 1.0, 2.0 concept here, right? So HANA 1.0 means single container, 2.0 means multi-container, multiple databases we can install on top of one operating system. So in this way, we can minimize the resources and also so many things we can do it, but all will use the common CPU, memory, storage, it will use it here. Right? Got it? Any questions on the difference between the HANA 1.0 and 2.0? Clear, right? Everyone? Simple. That's why I told you the apartment concept and independent house concept. These are simply understanding purpose. Okay. So you can go with this approach. You will get more things here in this single and apartment. Just you can assume after the class, you can assume, right? After the class, you can assume how many, what is the use of independent house concept and independent house and apartment concept here. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? If you assume, if you think like this, you will get more things in the HANA 1.0 and 2.0 also, right? So that is the one of the difference between the HANA 1.0 and 2.0 concept here. Okay, 1.0 and 2.0 concept here. So HANA is the in-memory database, column-oriented columnar database here, right? SAP HANA. So here HANA, in the HANA, so when it comes to the HANA, so HANA, they have initially, they have released into the 3 editions here. 3 editions. HANA, they have released, initially they have released into the 3 editions into the market here. 3 editions. One is the HANA platform edition. Normally, when you release one book, you are the writer, you are releasing the one book into the market. Normally, the intelligent writer, he will, same book, he will release into the 3 editions here. So one is the platform edition, which means, which is available for the licensing wise, it is available for the all the users here. Licensing wise, it is available for the, so available for the all the users here, all the users here. So, and when it comes to the licensing wise, minimum licenses, minimum softwares, every organization, they will use the platform edition. Then one more edition, they will release the enterprise edition. This is the edition they have released into the market, which is having the basic functionality plus, so some of the additional licenses, the replication licenses, they have used it here. Replication licenses, they have included here. So here also the basic functionality you have, this is the extended enterprise edition, which means, so basic functionality plus replication plus here there is a Sybase, the database replication server license also you can, which means if you purchase the enterprise license, extended enterprise license here, you will get the, so this one including Sybase replication server license also you can use it here. The customers who wants to use the some Sybase also, they can purchase the HANA extended licenses here, so that they don't want to use separate money, so they don't want to pay the separate amount for this one, separate amount for the, so this one here. So that is the reason SAP, so go with this one. Some customers, they don't have the requirement to use the replications and those licenses. Then that time they can use the standard licenses platform edition. They can use it here. You will get the all the features and functionality. Some customers, they want to use the some additional licenses apart from that SAP HANA database. They need some replication licenses also. That time they can go for the enterprise editions, which means the cost wise, these are the different here. When you are getting the more licenses here, you don't need to pay the additional cost to the SAP by using these licenses, right? Normally, when you go outside festival offers, you will get the offers, right? If you purchase this one, you will get the 3 sets. If you purchase like this one, you will get the 3+1, 3+2, like that, how we will get the offers. So in the HANA, SAP in the market, they have released into the, so 3 editions, they have released it here. In these 3 editions means HANA Enterprise Edition. So then, and Platform Edition, Enterprise Edition, Extended Enterprise Edition. These are the 3 editions. So they have released into the market here. But in this platform edition is the standard one where we will get the standard database, client, some other tools we will get in this license here, right? This is fine for every customer. They will go for this standard license only, taking on this standard license only. This is highly customers who wants to go more licenses, that time they can go for that one. But here we are using the platform license only. Just remember that here we are using the platform license only. Why? Because enterprise license, this is the more for more license, so we don't require that many licenses here, right? So here we are using the platform licenses here. Okay, so just this small information, no one asked this question on this one. So everything we are going to install or discuss in the HANA 2.0 only. Why? Because 1.0 is not available, since we want to discuss about the some history about the how the HANA initially they have released it and all those things. That is the HANA. So here to install, now let's talk about the to install the HANA database. To install the HANA database here, what we required to install the HANA database. So now we are discussing about the theoretically introduction. Then when we will go for the actual administration tasks here. So it will start from after the installation of the HANA database onwards, right? So now we have not built any HANA system here, right? So to build the HANA system, to install the HANA system, so here we need to discuss about the hardware and the software requirements. Why? Because it's a HANA, iMemory HANA. We are using for real business use case, real business scenarios. We are using the software and hardware requirements, right? Why? Because one time if you install the HANA database by your basis team, so then in the coming years, coming months, coming years, maybe 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, until they have the business, they will use the same database. They will use it here, HANA database. So while installing the HANA database, we have to carefully install it. It's not like that. You have downloaded the media player, you have installed it, then you used the songs, then you have to uninstall it. It's not like that. Why? Because it's a business software, which means how carefully we have to install it here, how carefully we have to plan to install the HANA databases here. So to install the HANA databases here, the first of all we need to plan the hardware. How much hardware is required here? Why? Because everything here we will install on the everything we will install on the, so everything, all the data, everything, it will be stored into the RAM memory. Then how carefully we have to plan the how much RAM we required for our database, right? So that is the as part of this one, as part of the hardware requirements, what type of operating system we have to use it, right? What type of, so how much RAM we have to use it, so how many CPUs we have to use it, then what are the file systems we have to use it, right? Then what is the network bandwidth in your server, right? So and also all those things we need to discuss here, right? It will come as part of the hardware requirement, right? So operating system, right? Operating system wise, here we need to use the Linux, either SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux. We have to use it here, either SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux. We have to use this operating system for our business use case. Either SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux, we have to use it here. So why? Because in the Windows operating system, we won't install. So it cannot be installed. Why? Because HANA is purely memory minded, which means how much RAM size you have. So only, so it will use the that much of RAM. So Windows operating systems are not certified for to install the HANA database. So only the Linux operating systems are supported. Linux operating systems are supported to install. Linux operating systems are supported to install the your databases here, right? So in this case, so what type of operating system here? SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux? Okay, SUSE Linux. Okay, so suppose example SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux. So then what is the version? Windows, we have the versions, right? Windows 10, 11, 12, Windows 7, 8, 9. So like that, how we have the versions of the Windows, same as like we have the versions for the Linux operating system also. Linux operating system also, we have the versions. So, but just you can take a note of the latest versions, that's enough. You don't need the version, it's not required. But since we are discussing about the hardware requirement, so tomorrow if you are in the architect role, then definitely we should know about the versions also here. The SUSE SLES, SUSE Linux Enterprise Server, we will call it as 15 SP04 is the latest version. Before that SP03, then SP02, SP01. These are the versions of the SUSE Linux version. HANA 2.0 will support on any one of the versions here, right? So this is the SUSE Linux 15, SLES 15. So this is the one here. So here, how to check the versions means here we know. So Linux, that's one, that Linux command time, I will tell you how to check the versions of the Linux and everything. I will tell you, I will explain it clearly, right? So then Red Hat Linux, here currently RHCL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux here. Here we have, so 9 series is available, 9 point, we will call it the 9 series, then 10 series. So 10 series also available here, Red Hat Linux 9, Red Hat Linux 10 is available. So HANA will support Red Hat Linux. So 8 series, I think 8 series also available. 8 series. So Red Hat Linux versions. Let me check the latest versions here. Maybe because tomorrow sometimes they may ask you the versions also, RHCL. Yes. So 9, Red Hat Linux 9. So 9 series and 8 series is there. 8, 9 are there. Okay. 8, 9 are there here. There is no 10, something like that. So there is not 10. 10 they are going to release, but only 8 series and 9 series is there. So you can install any 8 series or 9 series, version 9 series, you can use it here for HANA databases here. Okay. So these are the latest versions, you can use it. So anything is latest, you can use the latest version only. If you are planning for new customers, try with the latest version only here. Okay. So anyhow, when you are downloading, we will use only latest, right? So use the latest versions only here. So that is the operating system part. What is the operating system? We have to use it. That is the operating system part here. So when it comes to the RAM, RAM calculations are very important here. RAM calculations are very important here. RAM calculations here. Why? Because RAM is the main thing here. RAM is the main thing here. It will store the data here. RAM is the main thing. It will store the all the HANA databases data. It will store it here. So RAM calculation, RAM can be found in two ways here. One is the RAM calculation, we can say one is the SAP Fixer tool. The second one is the T-shirt sizing method. T-shirt sizing method. So SAP Quick tool. SAP Quick web-based tool, the browser-based URL. This is the one of the browser based URL. SAP Quick Sizer is the browser based URL here. SAP provided the customers to, so SAP, so you can use this browser based URL to get the RAM size here based upon the your your requirement. So you will get the how much CPU, how much memory, how much disk space. Sizing requirement means we are doing the sizing, right? How many RAMs, how much CPU, what is the operating system. We are scaling here. So we will get the all those requirements from here. All those requirements we can from here, right? So sizing requirement here. So here SAP provided the, here you can get the quick sizer tool, HANA based quick sizer tool here. Using this quick sizer tool, we can get the how much RAM. We have to provide the inputs here. We have to provide the inputs, how many users, what is the data size, what is the how much database growth. So all those things based on that, we will get the how much RAM you required for the your business. If you fill this all the, if you fill the form here, if you fill the form here, you will get the all those things here. You will get the all those things. If you fill the form, you will get the how much RAM, how many CPUs you required. You will get it out here. That is the quick sizer tool. This is the one of the tool SAP provided to the customer to do the sizing assessment. Sizing assessment, to do the sizing assessment, SAP provided the this benchmark tool, means quick sizer tool, right? So this way we can get the how much RAM is required here. So some customers, if they won't go for this one, blindly they will go for the T-shirt sizing method. T-shirt sizing method means, here T-shirt sizing method means, so normally our T-shirt size is small, medium, so large, right, extra large. How we have the calculation in the, for small size companies, minimum 128 GB, minimum 128 GB RAM is required for the small size companies. Normally, when the project comes, when the customer is asking, we will ask them, what is the company size, right? You will tell like medium size company or large size company. Based upon the company size, we will go for the, so 128 GB RAM for medium, for a small, 256 GB RAM for the medium size, large is for the 512 GB RAM for the this one, and this is for the 1 terabyte RAM minimum you required for the extra large size company. Large size companies, you required the this much of space you required, right? So this way we can get the how much RAM we required. This way we will get the how much RAM we required for the, so this file system. This way how much RAM you required for the, so this way, this one, right? So this is the way we can find out the RAM size here. So some cases, your customer client will tell you, customer will tell you, take the 256 GB RAM or take the 512 GB RAM, take the 1 terabyte RAM. So like that, they will tell you. Some customers, they will go for the cloud-based requirement. Cloud, they want HANA database in the cloud. That time, there are specific tools are available. Some customer, they will go for the on-premise. That time, we can go for the this one, right? Sizing requirement. Either you can use the quick sizer tool or T-shirt sizing method. We will call it as the T-shirt sizing method. Minimum 128 GB RAM is required for any business. We want to install the HANA database in the real time. Minimum 128 GB RAM is required here for only for HANA databases. It's a medium size company, 256 GB. Large, this is the one. Extra large, this is the one. Minimum. Sir, small company, shall I go with the 200 GB RAM memory? Yeah, you can go with. You are meeting the minimum requirements or not. That is the main thing here. You are meeting minimum things or not. That is what you need to follow here, right? You are already meeting the minimum requirement. Then you can go for this method, right? This all are comes under the hardware requirements here, right? So
200 GB will be available, sir.
sorry,
200 GB will be available. Yeah.
No, it's not available. Maybe it's like hard memory, I think.
Yes.
4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB. Just for
16
example,
GB.
I told you
Yes.
200 GB.
Uh,
So maybe we can 128 GB. Then if you calculate the 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB slots, depends upon the slots
yes.
for RAM.
And also, this will be can be used for entire landscape, right?
Yes.
128 GB into 56.
Only one system, one HANA system.
Only one HANA system.
Brother.
Okay. Okay.
So that HANA system is for the development. Quality, again, you need one more. Production, you need one more HANA. Like that, 3 operating systems you required, 3 RAMs you required. So it's required most cost effective, but the customer, they won't look for the cost, right? Always they will look for the business stability. So that's
Okay.
the thing main important here. But 128 GB, you can install the three or four operating systems. Then you can use for the all your servers. You can use it. But tomorrow something goes wrong, slowness or some performance issues, then again SAP is not responsible for that one. These are the SAP recommended approaches for you should have separate operating system for each and every HANA system. HANA system. That's why we should install the separate databases. We have to install it on the separate host. If one host is down, you have other host, it is available. If one in one server you are installing development, quality, production, if you one is down, then immediately your other service also will be impacted. The production also will be down, right? That's why they will go for the each one. We can install, but it will be slow. It will be very slow. Why we are installing the HANA? Because of the speed purpose, to retrieve the speed of the data from the database level. That type of speedness purpose we are installing. So if you don't want that speed, then you can install everything in the HANA database. But if you go tomorrow, my SAP HANA is very slowness means SAP will ask the first question. What is the, can you provide the your RAM size requirements and everything? So based on that, we need to plan it here. Okay. So the next one is the CPUs. Here CPU also very important here. Suppose if you want your operating system should be up and running, so smoothly it is running means because of the memory, because of the your CPUs, because of the disk, because of the network here, right? So these all are okay, fine, below 90% everything is running because of the your operating system has so less memory, okay, fine, it can be handled here, right? Same as like here, same as like here, CPUs wise also there is a calculation here. There is a calculation for CPUs wise also here. So here one one physical CPU, one PCPU. Now we will calculate as the PCPU. Physical CPU will handle the so 14 or 16 GB of RAM memory. One CPU will handle the 16 GB RAM memory. Then two CPUs 32 GB. Then three CPUs. Then 48 CPUs 48 GB. Then you have 128 GB RAM. Then 128 by so 16. Then how many will come? So that many CPUs you required for the your operating system. That many CPUs you will get for the operating system here. Suppose 128 GB divided by 16 GB, 5 CPUs. You need the 5 CPUs here, right? So 5 CPUs you required here. So is it 5? 120
8, sir.
divided by, this is the divided, right? Okay, divided by 16 GB. Yeah, 8 CPUs. You need the 8 CPUs. Then in this way, we can clearly tell, okay, we need, if you are using the 128 GB RAM, then we need the 8 CPUs. But this is the on-premise calculation here. But when you go for the cloud, one virtual CPU will use the 8 GB of RAM memory, half of the RAM memory, which means 128 by so 8 GB. Then how many?
60.
16 CPUs you required for the in the cloud side. Cloud, if you are going for the Azure cloud or AWS or Google cloud, you need the 16 CPUs for this CPU. How many CPUs you required means 16 CPUs you required for the for 128 GB RAM. Like this, we need to perform the calculations, CPU calculation. Normally, architects who are having more than 10 years, 15 years, they will perform this calculation actually. Okay, cost and calculations. They will go for this calculation here, exerciser based tool here, right? They will go for this calculation here. So like this, we need to, this all will come depends upon the RAM. All will come depends upon the RAM size, how much RAM you are using, based upon the RAM size, based upon the RAM size, based upon the RAM size, you will get the CPU's requirement, you will get the file system requirement, and size of the your file systems, all you will get from based upon the RAM size. Based upon the RAM size, you will get the all those things here. Okay, based upon the RAM, you will get the all those things here. Okay, so that is the main thing here. Okay, just remember these 2 points. I can tell more, but you will again, so into the first classes, right? You will get some confusion here in the initial screens, initial steps. That's why I will pause it here. Any questions here? I can discuss. If you want, I can discuss file system sizing and everything. You will get confused. So that's why I'm not discussing more on today itself. Why? Because since we are in the first classes, introduction classes here. So to mingle these words, many things we are discussing: RAMs, CPUs. So 8 GB CPUs, some fixer tool. What is this? So Linux, what is this? Red Hat, what is this? So all these words are new to you, some of the guys, right? So you will get confused here. So that's why not going very deeply here. Just to, so that's enough, I think, for today. Not going very deeply. I can go slowly. We can discuss more, but not in one in all day. You will get confused. That is what my main intention here. If you want, I can explain more. I can complete this topic. I can complete all those things here, but let's go slowly. Okay. Any questions, anyone?
Sir, what about tomorrow class timing?
Tomorrow, I will go with the, since you are the batch, right? Normally, we are discussing about the 9 to 10, right? 9 to 10.
9 to 10.
9 to 10. Yeah, we'll go with the same, 9 to 10. So that tomorrow we'll complete the hardware requirements and software requirements.
One question here.
Yes.
RAM is the volatile memory. So
Right.
what happens if
Right.
system is off and reboot?
Yeah, you are in the right track now. You are coming to the point. Yes, right. So RAM is Hana, the RAM is the volatile memory, which means temporary storage area only. If the you said like I said like Hana, not I mean SAP said like all the data storing into the RAM memory only. But suppose if any hardware failure, whenever you restart, your RAM also will get restarted and everything will gone, right? Then what is the reliability here? Right? Your data will be lost, right? No. Why? Because so here in the further topic we have, there is a delta merge concept in the HANA database. Delta merge and save point mechanism. These are the one of the interesting topics in the HANA database. As soon as your installation is completed, we will get these two topics. So what exactly happens in the HANA database? Whenever your restarts happens, let me hide. Whenever restart happens, right? This is the, suppose example, this is the RAM slot. This is the your OS level, your data folder slot. So this is the entire your operating system, right? So data will go and store into the RAM memory only. That is what we discussed. But RAM is the volatile memory, which means kind of temporary storage area only. Then normally what happens, whenever any data comes into the RAM memory, data will be stored here. Then one copy of data will be stored into the your disk level also, your storage level, your file system level also. Then whenever it is going to stop, HANA is becoming unresponsive, or it is not available, or frequently the data will be written from the RAM slot to here in the storage level, it will write the data here. So whenever you are restarting the data, that time your main memory, RAM memory is nil, like 0 used memory. That time, whenever you start the HANA database, it will load the data from your disk level to again, it will load all the data here. Before the restart, whatever the data is there, all the data will be reloaded to the main memory. So that whenever you are restarting the HANA database, it will take some time to come up the HANA database online. Why? Because all the data will load to the here. That we can see it here. When you are discussing this topic, I will give the more information. So nothing happens to the data. It will be reloaded. The data will be reloaded. Okay.
Thank you.